Hello everyone, I just want to show you a quick trick that I learned in Photoshop, and hopefully it will help a lot of people as well in terms of improve your workflow but still getting a really cool result at the end. So I have the original photo, and what I want to do is I want to bring some cool unique effect to the background and just the background itself. So the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna try to isolate the model and the background, and I'm gonna use object selection tool from Photoshop, and it will do a pretty good job of selecting the model. As you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and Control Shift I to inverse my selection. So right now it will select everything else beside her, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the color lookup, and when I do that, it automatically will apply that effect on the selection around the model. And on this one, there's a couple of very cool default one. I have a lot more just because I added a few more, but the default from Photoshop should have a few of these on the top, as you can see. You can go ahead and try it out. I'm gonna go ahead and click on a couple of them. So look at this. So this one called Candlelight, and usually it's better when you bring it down to about 45 and 50%. As you can see, this one it's already look really cool already. I'm gonna go ahead and try a few different one. Full color, yep. Before, after. So this one doesn't change much. One thing you could try is even go ahead and try changing a couple modes. You could go for soft light. So soft light adding very vivid and vibrant color to the picture. So this one looked really cool. So the one that actually liked or I used it for this picture was called Foggy Night, and it just go really well with this color. So it's called Foggy Night. Okay, and as you already tell, I'm gonna keep it at 50. So this is actually what 100 look like. A little bit too much, but at 50 it looked pretty cool. Okay, and just look at the before and after. Before, after. So if you notice, if your model seems a little bit stand out, you can go ahead and what I usually do, just so that the effect does mix into the model and make the model and the background appear as one. You don't want to mess up with the color scheme, so what I usually do is I'm gonna go ahead and select a brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and select white as the foreground, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint it back to the model. I'm gonna keep it at 30%. You can go even lower if you want. Just gonna paint a little bit. So like this section over here, you notice that it look like the selection make it pretty obvious that the model was completely isolated from the background, so you want to just paint it over. Yeah, and then just paint it a little bit on the clothing as well. So yeah, and they just make the picture look a little bit more together. So basically your doesn't look like you cutting the model from somewhere and then just place it on a completely different background. And let's take it one more look at that. Before, after, before, after. If it's not enough, you can always go ahead and increase the opacity to 45-50% and keep brushing on. It depends on how your taste is. I feel for me right now look pretty good. It doesn't look like she is completely isolated from the background. It look like everything mixing well together. And that's about it. Hopefully the trick will help you a lot, and I would definitely recommend to use the color lookup more. Is have a lot of different cool effects. Let's try one more. Late sunset. Actually, I don't like that one. There's one that I really like. I think this one over here. Crispy warm. yeah, some of these look really cool, so you just have to spend a little bit more time to try it out. So this one actually looked pretty cool. Yeah, adding a little bit more vibrant to your picture. But let's go back to foggy night, and this is what I used, and this is what I posted, and I like this look. Hopefully you discover more and explore more with the color lookup and come out with a lot of different interesting and unique photos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.